Hey, this is James Decker, and I'm going to talk about how we organize information in Feng Office using what we call dimensions. Now, Feng Office dimensions offer two key benefits. The first is making it easy to find information very quickly, and the second, which I'll talk about in a later video, is providing the ability to easily customize the system to fit your process. Now, dimensions are located here in the left navigation panel. I can always see what dimensions I've got configured by clicking on the View More. And you can see that I've checked off the state dimension here. Now, this is a dimension that I've created. Dimensions are completely customizable. So I've created a state dimension and put a handful of states here. So the best way to think about dimensions is actually to contrast them a little bit with folders. So let's say I wanted to take my clients and I wanted to put them to know which states they operate in. Well, with folders, I could create a folder for each state, um, and then I could put the clients in each folder. But then I run into a problem if the clients actually operate in multiple states. And so dimensions are an elegant way to solve that problem. So I can click into this company here, and I can go in and I can select the two states that they operate in, save them. And now when I click on the dimension here, the list is going to be filtered by where they operate. And you'll see that this company will show up in both. Now, up here on the top, you'll see it shows me which dimensions I'm using, and I can always remove any kind of filter by dimensions I have by clicking on the Home button. So what about multiple dimensions? Well, I can easily create other dimensions that might be relevant to my business or my organization. And here, I've created the industry that they're in. So I can go in and I can assign an industry dimension. And now I can sort the list on that. Plus, I can also sort it on the other dimension. So in this way, it's a very powerful way to organize information. Now, your next question may be, how do I customize my dimensions? Well, within this existing dimension, I can always add a new dimension by simply clicking here. I can also edit an existing dimension, change the color. I can also see who is in that dimension right here. So let me show you another example. Let's say I want to process some of my email. And I see here that there's an email related to a project, and I want to classify it to that project. Now, the first thing I'll do, it's always good to kind of select the dimensions, view the dimensions that you're working with in the context of whatever you're doing. It just makes it a little bit easier. But I'm looking at this email and I know that it hasn't been classified to a dimension because I don't see this envelope here. Now, you can manually classify everything in the system to a dimension, but the system is also smart enough that once you've classified, particularly an email, it will automatically classify subsequent emails related to that email trail to that dimension. So to classify this, I can very quickly press the classify button. I know the project it's related to. Save it, and now I can see it's been classified. And so if I only want to view the emails that are related to that project, I simply click on it here. Now, what's really interesting is that, and a super cool feature, is that the attachment to that email has also been classified, and it's right here. And so if I want to see the attachments associated with that project, I can filter them in the same way. So just a quick little demo on how dimensions work. There'll be a lot more to come on this, but if for some reason you don't have these, your dimensions set up, or you want some more assistance in customizing the dimensions in your trial, feel free to reach out to us, and thanks so much.